Testing the microphone. Hi everyone. I hope you all can hear me very well. I hope I'm very clear. You're all welcome to today's live stream. Oh, Mr. Xavier was here earlier. Okay, he said, greetings, Abby. Trust you and your family are well. Happy Sunday. Could you, in this live stream, talk about Silverbird appointing a queen for Miss World? The likes of Uzeli, former Mr. Kowalski. Okay, yes, I filmed a video about this, which I would be posting in the week. I filmed a long form video about this. Okay, yeah, it's that video will cover for it, but I can just talk about it, maybe just a snippet of it, or just let's just discuss about it here. But I have a video dedicated for this. That is my wish list for Miss Universe. Sorry, my wish list for Miss World Nigeria 2025. Okay, that's a separate video that I've dedicated for this particular topic that you just mentioned, Mr. Xavier. So quickly, I just want to talk about this. Quickly, let me just shift this thing so that I won't. It's very far from me. Quickly, I just want to talk about this particular topic. I think I saw this. I saw this yesterday, and I just wanted us to discuss it briefly. I was just scrolling through Instagram. I saw an interview granted by Mr. Supranational Nigeria in the person of Ugochukwu Okolo, and you guys remember him now. He was actually appointed as sorry guys, I think I need to like adjust my ring lights very well. hmm Better like this. So I was just scrolling. Oh, that's how I saw this interview granted by Mr. Supranational Nigeria. He was talking about certain things. I just wanted you guys to just listen to a snippet of the interview, because that particular interview, it's going to come up. The full interview will be aired tomorrow. Okay, they just showed us snippets of what he was talking about in the particular interview, and it caught my eye because I was not like, what is happening? Like, why would a Nigerian rep, be, you know, making such obscene comments, about women, which did not really fancy. I didn't just really like. I didn't just. I wasn't a fan of what he said. I wasn't a fan of what he said. Okay, so I just wanted us to, talk about. Oh, guys, sorry. Okay, can you all see me now? I just wanted us to talk about this in this live stream. Okay, so let us listen to what he just said. Sorry. Sorry. I'm going to put my. Okay, so he was just making some kind of comments. I was not like, okay, let me just talk about it on this live stream. I'm not going to waste much time. Just wanted to. Poor girls turn me on. The poorer the girl, the more attracted I am to her. It's not a poor woman that will wake up by 7 a.m. pray for you, NSPPD, online, and say, what God cannot do this. I'm going to put my husband on a fire altar. Pray for my husband. Make my husband, oh my God, marry a poor girl. Because when it comes to number one, when it comes to fertility, poor women can be so fertile. Guys, you hear what you just said? Attracted I am to her. It's not a poor woman that will wake up by 7 a.m. Okay, let me repeat it so you guys can understand what he said. Poor girls turn me on. The poorer the girl, the more attracted I am to her. It's not a poor woman that will wake up by 7 a.m. pray for you, NSPPD, online, and say, what
God cannot do authorities. I'm going to put my husband on a fire altar. Pray for my husband. Make my husband, oh my God, marry a poor girl. Because when it comes to number one, when it comes to fertility, poor women can be so fertile.
I'm sure you guys have heard what he said. First of all, let me just start from what he said. The first thing he said, and he said, "Poor girls turn him on." Okay, yes. So meaning that if you're a poor girl, he's likely to, be attracted to you. That's what he just mentioned. And he was also saying that it's only poor women that have time to pray for their husbands. Like, is there any sense in what he just said now? There's only poor women that have time to pray for their husbands. That was the second comment he made. First of all, he said poor women turn him on. Secondly, he said that only poor women that have time to pray for their husbands. They're always on NSPPD. If you guys know NSPPD now, by Pastor Jerry. There's only poor women that have time to pray NSPPD. Then the one that even shocked me, the one that made me to realize that, like, I don't understand how we crown such a person to represent us, was when he said that poor women are more fertile. Like, is there any sense in what he just mentioned now? Please, for those of you that are watching me, please, is there any sense in what this man just said now? Because to me, I felt like if you have certain things, there's certain things that you keep to yourself, even if that is what you think. But when you think of the consequences of your action or consequences of your beliefs, how it's going to affect the society, how other people are going to perceive it, then you don't just blot it out on a podcast. He granted this interview on a podcast, So this is not, is not. A lot of persons were actually complaining on the comment section that is this who Nigeria is going to is this who is going to represent Nigeria? Like, who is this particular person? A lot of persons were pissed off in the comment section. I understand it's a podcast, that is, you have to be honest, but there's certain things when you are in a place of when you are put in a place as a representative of the country, even if you have certain beliefs, you should try as much as possible not to make it sound like you are mocking the women. You are because to me, let me just tell you the truth. What I just deduced from what he just said is, number one, he's mocking poor women, poor and broke women. And this kind of men that actually control those kind of women that are poor. Because if as a poor woman, it feels like, oh, because you don't know your left from right, you don't have financial freedom, he can control you. That is a red flag on its own. It's a red flag. Number two, you can't just come out and say that poor women are more fertile. Like, you're just mocking. Are you saying that? I don't understand. Like, wow, what about those women that have money, that have financial freedom? What do you expect them to say, or what do you expect them to think in this kind of situation? Making such obscene comments in a podcast as a representative of Nigeria, that is wrong. I don't know what you guys think about it, but I'm just talking about my own personal opinion, because I felt like this is not a good start for someone that is going to represent Nigeria, that is like a spokesperson for Nigerian men, because a lot of men look up to you. And when you're saying such a thing, being the fact that you are a representative of Nigeria going to Mr. Supranational, a lot of men are looking up to you. You are in a place of like, you are being placed on a pedestal, as an ambassador of Nigeria in a beauty pageant. You are being placed on a pedestal. So when you're speaking or when you talk, a lot of younger ones, they look up to you, and whatever you say, they emulate it, and it's not a good way to start. Because if he's looking to trend, or if he's looking to trend, I don't think this is the best way for him to start up to trend. This is very, very wrong. That's my own personal opinion. Because for me, I felt like even if you're being called up to a podcast, there's certain comments that you don't make. That's sorry, guys. I have a call, please. Let me. Sorry guys, I have to put my phone on mute. I have to mute it. Okay, so as I was saying, it is very, very wrong for an ambassador of Nigeria in a beauty pageant to make such comments. I feel like there's a way he would have come about it, because to me, a lot of persons were like, is this kind of person that's going to represent us represent Nigeria in the pageant? Like, because they're like Mr. Nigeria, that's what he said, that he's Mr. Nigeria. And his franchise holder, Silverbird. Let me just finish. Okay, let me finish with him first before I come to Silverbird, because Silverbird, they have their own blame in this issue. Number one, as a person that is put in that position, so certain things that you don't say out there when you're being called for interview. You don't make certain comments that are derogatory to women, because as it is right now, you are like a mentor to younger men, and you're making such a comment about women. It's wrong. It's very, very wrong. It's very, very wrong. It's the way you if you want to say something like that, it's the way you put it. Don't make it look like I'm mocking the women that have money. It's a derogatory statement to make. And indirectly, I feel like he's even mocking women that don't have money. Just imagine what he's saying, that it's only poor women that are more fertile. How can you mock women like that? So if the poorer the woman, the more fertile she is. That's a very wrong comment wrong statement to say as a pageant ambassador. That's very wrong. As when I saw this, I was just like, is this just the snippets of what he said? This is not even the full video of the podcast. These are just what I picked from the snippets that was posted of what he said in the interview. So I believe that when the interview is fully uploaded tomorrow, being Monday, we're going to hear a lot of things that he said in the podcast. We're going to see the full video of what he said in that podcast. That was very wrong of him. I know that a lot of men, they are attracted to different type of women. His own attraction is attracted to poor women. I understand that. It's your choice. When nobody is disputing that fact with you, that is your choice. But where I don't like, or what I don't fancy, is when he said that poor women are more fertile. How can you make such a comment? As a learned person, as someone that is even that you should not make such a comment. That is very, very ignorant of him. Very ignorant of him to make such a comment. Very, very ignorant of him. It's very wrong. There's only poor women that have time to pray for their husbands. That's what he meant. That's one of the things that he mentioned as well. So I wonder what he's going to say in the full video that will be released tomorrow. Like I said, this is just the part one. By the time he release the full video, I'll come up here and I would dissect the full video of his podcast, the full interview that he granted in the podcast. I'm going to review the full interview. Okay, so this is just a snippet of what was uploaded, or what was, just a snippet of what he said in the podcast that I'm reacting to. I just played you guys the voice note, as in the video of what he said. So for those of you that are coming in, you can rewatch the live stream and hear what he said about women, which is very derogatory for a pageant ambassador. So when you go out there to represent us in Mr. Supranational, is that what they're going to say about women when we are being asked certain questions about women? That is wrong. Now, that is aside for him. Now, coming to the franchise holders, Silverbird, before any of your representatives go for podcast or go for in the interview, I think there should be like a PR team that should sensitize them on how to answer questions, on how to respond when you are being asked a question. Because as a pageant king or queen, when you're answering questions, when you're being interviewed, that interview is what makes us to be able to know the kind of person that you are. Do you understand? That interview that you grant is kind of how we, the pageant fans or analysts, that's how we judge the kind of person that you are. So when you're granting such an interview, you have to be very careful the kind of words you put out. It's wrong. So what if a member of the Supranational organization get to watch this video they will be like, oh, is this the kind of person that the kind of rep Nigeria is sending to Miss Supranational? I know how they value women in the Western world. You don't make such comments about women. It's very bad. Even here in Africa, it's not good at all. Mr. Xavier, good evening, sir. I saw your previous comment too. I just filmed a video about this about my wish list for Miss World Nigeria. I'll post the video during the week. But we can still talk about it, Sha. But I have a video that I've already filmed, which I'll be posting during the week about my wish list for Miss Universe Miss World Nigeria. Okay, so I think that video will cover up for it, but we can still discuss what you just mentioned. Okay. Mr. Xavier said, physical beauty is not a yardstick of grading a man. This statement will kick against him. Definitely, those statements are not good at all. I was shocked when I heard it, and a lot of persons in the comment section, they were like, "Who is this person? Like, is this Nigeria's representative? Like, what's this saying? Is this who Nigeria is going to take to represent? Is this who Nigeria is going to take to an international pageant?" Like, so a lot of persons were disappointed in those comments. So Silverbird PR team or whatever, they're not doing their job. Because when your kings or your queens are going out to make to grant interviews, you have to let them know that there's certain comments that they ought not to make. So certain comments that they ought not to make when you're being asked a question, because a lot of persons are watching you. They want to know the kind of person that you are. That's why they ask those questions. So the way you answer those questions determines who you are. So please, they should try and let them know that they should try and answer the question diplomatically. Like, be diplomatic in your answers. Even if you don't even agree with it, but make sure that you are diplomatic, because you are talking to a wider audience. So if you don't mind the way you talk, that means that you're just heading for and it's not. But look, just imagine the kind of statement that he's making. A lot of persons are just like, who is this person? Like, they were just angry with his statement. And a lot of persons are looking up to him as a mentor, you know. So with this statement, he's just like, he has lost some points, and he's I don't know if he was trying to trend with that statement, but he got off in a wrong footing. This is a wrong footing for him. He said they should not send him to the pageant. I just imagine, like, with this kind of attitude, I don't know how he's going to even represent us, you know, well enough. Like, I don't know. Yes, you mentioned it, Mr. Xavier. You know, when I saw the interview, I was like, I remember when you said it, that this guy is very proud. I remember when you said this particular thing, that this guy, you know, you mentioned it during the national pageant, that he was too proud. You mentioned it. And look at the result. That's why when we come out here and we criticize some persons, criticize these beauty queens, you know, we criticize them, you know, we make criticism, constructive criticism. A lot of persons think that we're just here to hate, or we're just here to just attack people. But we know what we are saying. I recalled when you said it, I was not like watching him closely. I was like, okay, probably, you know, he's kind of person. But with this interview that is granted, he's just too proud, and he's just too, I don't know the word to use. Like, this is not good at all for Nigeria's image. This is very bad for Nigeria's image. So I think that going forward, they should, the organizers of Mr. World Nigeria, in the person of Silverbird, please try and talk to your kings or queens before they go and grant interviews. Let them tell them or tutor them on how to grant interviews, so they don't disgrace us, because this is a national disgrace. This is a national disgrace. Just imagine the kind of statement that he made. It shows the kind of person that he is, very ignorant. I know that some men have the kind of savior mentality to save poor women. We understand. But that is not to shade women, because they're shading the women, both the poor and the rich. You're shading both of them. Because at the end of the day, the poor women will be like, oh, and he's trying to, this is the kind of man I'm looking for. My dear, to me, that man is a red flag. You can't tell me that as a woman I should not make my own money, meaning that you want to control my life. I'm not saying that a woman should not, respect the husband, but it's good for a woman to be financially buoyant in this 21st century. The only women that will listen to him and be happy with him is those women that are ignorant, that don't know what they are doing. In this modern world, you just sit down and fold your hands. You don't have your own personal income as a woman. That, to me, that such men is a red flag for me. If you don't allow your woman to work, your wife to work, or you don't want women to work, meaning that you want to control their life. This is a walking red flag. And even if he has, I know you are entitled to your own opinion as a man. Of course, you have your own choice. But to me, indirectly, he was even mocking the poor women. Forget about the fact that, the rich women and all that. But he's indirectly mocking the poor women. Meaning that since you don't have anything to do now, make use of your time. It's only the ignorant women that will clap hands for him. That will clap hands at this kind of comment. So what I would suggest is for them to have the current Mr. World, who did not attend for Mr. Supranational crown. As in, seriously, I even saw Mr. World's Nigeria comment when he showed his national costume that he ought to have worn in Vietnam. He's preparing for the Mr. World pageant in Vietnam this year. So he's even trying to, prepare another national costume, because he said the one that he prepared for last year that he didn't attend, he was not going to use it again. So he's going to prepare another one. He's going to even prepare, he's going to prepare very well for the pageant. So he's even prepared. He's even how do I put it? He's even preparing for Mr. World pageant that is going to take place later this year. So now what they will do is either they will move, they should leave Mr. World Nigeria to go for Mr. World, then look for another replacement for this Ugochukwu. That's what I would suggest. Look for another replacement for him, because with this kind of comment, I don't think he's fit to go and represent us in Mr. Supranational. He's not fit at all. He's not fit. He said the current Mr. said he's preparing for the next meeting. Yes, which we are not sure it will hold. So he can represent at Mr. Oh, really? Why would Mr. World hold? It will hold now. It will hold later this year, except maybe it doesn't hold. If it doesn't hold, then it can go to Mr. Supranational. But I feel like Mr. World ought to hold now. It ought to hold. Yes, he did. He feels bitter. I just feel for him. But all the same, to me, I feel like it's a blessing in disguise, because he has a lot more time to prepare for Mr. World. You understand? He has a lot more time to prepare for Mr. World. Oh, he said Mr. World does not hold every year. Okay. Oh, really? So when would they have the next one? That means it will be next year. And if it doesn't hold, then you should go for Mr. Supranational instead. Since it's not going to hold this year, you should go for Mr. Supranational instead. At least it's better for him. It's better for him. So guys, this incident, I don't know, this interview that he granted, because right now this is not even the full interview. Tomorrow the full interview will be uploaded, and when I hear anything again, I will do part 2. I will come on here and I will show another live stream and discuss the part 2 of what he talked about in the podcast. All right, so that's just it. To me, I feel like this is not good at all for pageantry here in Nigeria. So please, going forward, if as a beauty queen, as a beauty queen, or as a beauty king, how like is he a king or what? Beauty queen or beauty king? If you're going to grant interviews, please mind what you say. Mind what you say in those interviews. It's wrong for you to make such comments that it's going to be controversial, because it's going to affect you in the long run. As an ambassador, exactly, an ambassador to a beauty pageant or to an international pageant. Please mind what you say in interviews. Mind how you present yourself. Mind how you answer questions. because it's not good at all. He's a role model. Yes, a beauty ambassador and a role model. A lot of other younger men that are watching that podcast, they will feel like, oh, that is how women that's how women ought to be. Women ought to be poor so that they can be controlled. In this modern century, in the 21st century, it's wrong. It's not good at all. A lot of persons did not like that comment that he made. As in, when I went through the comment section, it was nobody. In fact, 90% of the people there were against him. They were not happy with the statement that he made. Why the ignorant women are rejoicing? Those ones that prefer to be housewives and allow a man to be controlling them all their financial life. As a woman, when you see such men, run for your life. It's a red flag. When you don't have your own financial freedom, the man will look down on you. He will look down on you. I'm not saying that, of course, you can get married and be a full-time housewife as long as you have a business of your own, or at least the man can foot your bills, no problem. But at the same time, I think as a woman, you need to have something to do. Even if you do a 9-to-5 job, have a business doing. Do something for yourself. Don't sit down there and be watching. Because this man is to me is a red flag. That's just it on the other side. But as an ambassador, with what he just mentioned, what the interview that he granted, he's not a good role model as an ambassador of Nigeria to an international pageant. Is not, these statements are not good. They're not good for the image of Nigeria. They're not good for his own image as an ambassador and as a role model. He said the current Mr. International is very articulate, humble, and handsome. Exactly. Just imagine, that's why he won. That's why he won Mr. International. Look at the way he conducted himself. Look at his demeanor. Look at the way he conducted himself during the pageant. Very articulate, very intelligent. He deserved to win that competition. He deserved it. I don't think he will make such obscene comments about women. I don't think he will do such thing because he knows where it's coming from. He knows that he's an ambassador of Nigeria. So he needs to be careful what he says out there. But this egochuku of a guy, I don't understand him. Even if you have an ego, as a role model and as an ambassador, you should try and set your ego aside and think of what you're going to say that will benefit the audience, not your own advantage. He said they should not hold ahead. Okay, they should not hold ahead on public such full interview. Anyway, the full interview will be uploaded tomorrow. We'll see for ourselves all that they have to say. Because I know that podcast, normally people that come on that podcast, they always say, controversial things. But when you, as an ambassador, as a role model, you're not supposed to say such things. Even if they ask you such questions, there's a way you put it. The one that even pissed me off was that when he said that poor women are more fertile. That is ignorant. Please, very ignorant. That's very bad. You don't make such comments about women. So are you saying the rich women are not fertile? Like, just imagine that kind of comment coming from an ambassador, a role model. It's very wrong. It's very wrong. And when I see things, I criticize it. It's for his own good. Because when he's going to represent us in Mr. Supranational, they are watching him. Even when you are being crowned as a beauty queen or as an ambassador, they are watching they are watching you. They are watching what you say. They are watching your every move. They are watching him. With all these things now, he has lost some points already. He has lost some points. Anyway, the Cyberbed organization, I don't think they like I said, they have a role to play here. I blame them partly for this. Because when you have an ambassador or you have your beauty queens and they want to grant interviews, you have to tutor them on what to say. Tell them what to say. Don't let them go there and talk trash. Because they are representing the country, they are representing the organization as well. I say, where is Miss Edo Universe, the diaspora queen? She has a good charity. Okay, are you talking about Miss Universe Edo? Yes, sorry, last year. Okay. Yes. She I don't know if she's coming back. I don't know if she's going to. I don't know. I think she should be in the US because she was a former title holder of Miss Diaspora USA. I think Miss Nigeria Diaspora USA, something like that. I know she has a good charity cause. She's also Miss World material, but I don't think I included her in my wish list. But I think she's also very good as as one of the candidates for Miss World Nigeria because she fits into what Miss World is looking for as well. Thank you for even for reminding me. I think probably I will do a second wish list. She will be on my second wish list. So Silver Bed needs to groom their queens and exactly groom them very well. Groom them on how to answer grant interviews. It's very important that they groom their queens and their misters because this is an embarrassment. This guy just embarrassed us, embarrassed the whole. I don't know because he's not only representing himself, representing the country as well. And when those in diaspora get to watch the interview, it doesn't say well of us at all. It's very wrong of him to make such comments. Yeah, she should be a good person. Yes. So this Miss Edo Universe last year, what's her name again? Brittany Ayukule. Yeah, she's very good. I think yeah, she just like you said, I will add that to my second wish list because I know that she's a very good ambassador. She will be a very good ambassador for Miss World, like a good candidate for Miss World. Yeah, that's like she's one of the persons that I feel like she's best suited for Miss World. So I don't know. So far so good. Silverbird has they've been posting the entry videos for the candidates. Okay. I don't think they've conducted the screening. So there's still time for whoever is interested in participating in Miss World Nigeria to pick up the form. There's still time. Okay. So I don't know, they've not fixed the date yet for the screening and the final pick for the pageant. So let's see what happens. If she will be interested, I think she should take up the form. She's a very good candidate for Miss World. She talks well and with good child. Yeah, she talks very well, and she should join the pageant. But I don't know if she's interested because so far so good. I've watched the entry videos. I don't think she's amongst the candidates, but there's still time for her to register if she wants to. There's still time. I hope Lucille is taking the form. Oh. Lucille and Ifoma, they are also on my wish list as well. But anyway, let me not talk too much because I have a video on that already. I've filmed the video on that already, so I'll be posting it during the week. Okay. So the pageant franchise holders are very sensitive now and have a little bad statement they get you out. Yes, yes. Look at what happened to Argentina now. She was dethroned from Miss Universe. So even as a title holder, like as a national title holder, you have to be very careful what you say out there because when it doesn't resonate with the values of the organization, they will put you out. They will dethrone you. They will dethrone you. So as an ambassador, as a role model, you have to be very careful what you say out there. Is that Silverbird should appoint? Are you sure Silverbird want to appoint? But I think at this point, it's better they appoint because there's no time again. There's no time for them to even fix a pageant. And now, go through the rigors of holding the pageant and, the whoever they are going to crown won't have enough time to prepare for Miss World. So I feel like if they can appoint someone that already has the experience, I think that would be better for them. But another thing again, appointment, when it comes to Miss World, appointment, I don't know if the appointment holds weight because they want you to crown, they have a pageant and crown your rep. So when you appoint, I don't think such person will have a lot of points or a lot of recognition in the pageant. So I felt like Silverbird would have done this. They would have conducted this pageant way before now because they had a lot of time to hold this pageant. Miss World has been crowned since since March last year. So they would have still crowned another person before the year runs out. Before last year runs out, they would have crowned a new Miss World Nigeria. They were just focused on Miss Universe. So I don't know. It's so painful now that. Anyway, let's see what they have in store for us. At least before the month end, they should release a statement to that effect. They should release a statement to that effect. So at least we'll know, what they have in store for us. If they are going to have a pageant, or they are going to appoint, or I don't know. Maybe they just have a mini pageant or something. It won't be that big like Miss Universe Nigeria, but this is the first time they are having a separate pageant. So I think they want to make it big because, of course, it's making its debut. So if you don't have a pageant that is of international standard, then there's no need. It should just appoint. Said, okay, I think Informa should. I think Ifeoma would not pick up the phone, and that she will have a modeling contract, and that she will have a modeling contact in Paris. And as the current Miss ECOWAS, she cannot compete, but she can honor the pageant if they appoint. Oh, okay, she can't compete. Okay, if she can't compete, no problem. They should just appoint them. Or probably she come for next year. He said Miss World won't mind if they appoint as long as it's from the franchise holder. Okay. If they accept appointment, then it's fine. They should just appoint because there's no time again. We are saying that they want to run the pageant. There's no time. They should just appoint. Since Miss World accepts it, then they should just appoint. I hope you all can hear me very well. They should just appoint. That way it's better. That way is better. So they won't have the hassles of going to the pageant and all that. So Miss World don't mind if they appoint. Okay, Guy Bruce didn't respond to me, or Juliet Hegerman, no response. Did they ever respond to any to message? They don't respond now. They won't respond. They will just do what is in their mind. Like they will just do what they want to do. They don't even respond. They don't even listen to criticism or listen to when the pageant fans or pageant analysts. They don't listen now. They don't listen. While we're talking about Chidinma and all that, I think they were watching, but they did not take. They acted as if they were not watching, but they were watching what we were doing. And now they have a direct message and they're not responding. So if they don't respond, is to me, I feel like it's their pageant. The only thing we can do is just to advise or to make suggestions. If you don't want to take suggestion, then it's fine. It's up to them to do what is right. But if they want to go through if they want to go through the route of having a pageant, if they can fund the pageant and all, then it's their business to do that. But the only thing we can do is to suggest, what is doable at this time. And I think what is doable at this time is for them to appoint because there's not much time. Although Miss World have not released the date yet, but with what I'm saying so far, it might fall in March or April. So if they want to have a pageant, fine, they can have a pageant. But if they want to appoint as well, it saves them money. It saves them the cost of holding another pageant. So it's up to them. It's up to Silverbird. It depends on what they want to do. Maybe they have a lot of money. Say, Mr. Silver, they have a lot of money. So if they let them do what they want to do, if they don't respond, then no problem. Let's be watching them now. Let's watch what they want to do at the end of the day. It's up to them. It's up to them. Me, I'm not I'm not forcing them to take our suggestions, but I think that if it's okay for them to have a pageant, fine. If they are financially buoyant to have a pageant, fine. If they can appoint, fine. So the decision lies with them. So Juliet responds sometimes. I think they are busy. They are busy still with this Chidinma issue. She was paid or she was not paid by Miss Universe organization. Oh, what happened? Busy with this Chidinma issue. What happened with Chidinma? Is there any issue that I need to know? what payment are we talking about? Is it payment from Miss Universe or payment from Miss Universe Nigeria? Please expatiate on what you just mentioned. Because if she wasn't paid, I don't think Personal Up they have any incentive. Do they have any incentives from Miss Universe? Then also, I think that also the incentives from Miss Universe Nigeria, I hope they've paid Chidima the 10 million naira that she won. I hope she has been paid. So Juliet is still in the state. Juliet is still in the state. I think she is outing up out of Silverbed. She's outing. I don't understand though. Oh, she's no longer with Silverbed. So Juliet is no longer with Silverbed. Better now. Let them look for somebody else. She has been there. She has been with them for a long time. So if they can employ someone else, better. At least that's the change we have been clamoring for now. If they can appoint someone else, better for us. At least we have a change. So there was a speculation or gossip that Chidima had mentioned that she was not paid by Miss Universe. Oh, really? I didn't know that she was supposed to be paid by Miss Universe. I only thought that the incentive or the incentives or whatever prize money goes to the winner of Miss Universe. So I didn't know that Personal Up has they have a share too in the incentives. Anyway, I think I will do a research on that. Then I will stream another. I will talk about it in another live stream. Let me know what really happened. So they are trying to debunk the statement. Miss Universe is trying to debunk the statement. They will come out here and tell us what really happened. Because if Chidima is entitled to prize money and she was not given the prize money, then that's the more reason why we have to come out and drag Miss Universe. We have to come out and drag them. Because they can't just, make empty promises. That's empty promises now. It's not good for their image as Miss Universe. Miss Universe too, they're having issues. They're having issues. The organization is in chaos. It's in chaos. So now that they are making it worse, we are going to drag them. It's a opting out. Okay, she's opting out of Silverbed. And let her opt out now. She will be looking for someone that will take her place. Because she has been with Miss Silverbed for a long time. So it's better that she goes so that somebody else can come in and make the necessary changes that we have been clamoring for. So they have a certain incentive. Okay. So why was she not given the incentive? Anyway, I'll talk about it in another live stream. Let me go and do my research and I'll come back and talk about it. But if at all she was supposed to have an incentive and she was not given that incentive, then it's wrong. Very wrong. Okay, no, Silverbed and Chidima. Okay. It's with this Silverbed, not Miss Universe. Oh, now I understand. Because I was wondering that Miss Universe does not give Personal Up anything now. So you mean that Chidima has not been paid the prize money that she won? That was 10 million naira now. 10 million naira that she won as Miss Universe Nigeria. She has not been paid the money. Okay, no problem. I will talk about it in another live stream. This is not the live stream to talk about. Let me go and get my facts right, get more information. I'll come out here and I will talk about it in another live stream. Because right now, I remember I talked about this before now, that how far with the incentives. I hope that Chidima has been paid the incentives. This is about 4 months or 5 months after the pageant, and yet she has not been paid. That's wrong. Even if they have paid, Silverbed needs to recover their money. Anyway, they made a lot of money now from the voting. They made a lot of money from the voting. So what kind of money are they recouping again? Is it the money they used to lobby? I mean, they used all the money to lobby. Now, wow, they used all the money to lobby. That's serious. So, it is well. It is well. All right, everyone. I just have about 5 minutes to go before I end the live stream. Okay, we've talked for 44 minutes now. At least let me I don't want the live stream to be too long, so that we can finish up. I can do other things. But anyways, what do you guys think about it? For those of you that will be watching the live stream, when you watch this, pen down your comments so that we'll talk about, give us your own view on this particular issue. And also, what Nigeria, what do you think? Should they appoint or should they for the pageant. Let us know your own opinion in the comment section, okay? When you are watching. It said Miss Universe is attending the US inauguration, and Miss Universe will be there. Yes, exactly. Of course. Now tomorrow is the inauguration of Trump. So of course, I think they are there already. I saw when she was jetting out in a private jet with the president of Miss Universe. I think what's his name? The co-owner of Miss Universe. So they went to New York. Sorry, they went to Washington for the inauguration. So I saw it. I saw it. I saw it as well. So anyway, no problem. Let's see how it goes. And like I said, what you just mentioned, I'll go and do my research on it and get more information. Then I would come on here and talk about it, because I don't. I'm not. I'm shocked that Chima has not received a prize money. I thought they would invite Chima. I'm trying to see if I'll see Chelsea. We should be there. I don't know. Chima ought to be there, Shao. She ought to be there as personal. She ought to be there. She ought to be there. So let's see what happens. Let's see if she'll be available tomorrow, because as a personal hope, at least they should, have time to call up all the continental queens, from Miss Universe Africa, Miss Universe to Miss Universe Asia, Miss Universe Europe, Miss Universe what they call Caribbean, Miss Universe US, what they call it, South and American region and all. So at least they should be able to invite all of them for the inauguration, so that at least they will come together and like a reunion of some sort. Anyway, that's being said, I think I'll end the live stream very soon. Yeah, for those of you that comment in, please like the live stream and comment down below when you are watching the live stream. Okay, let us know your opinion on what was discussed, and I'll see you all in my next live stream. Maybe during the week I'll try. See, of course, like I said, this is part one. When I listen to the full podcast of this interview, I'll come on here and I'll give you guys a part two. If there's any other thing that that cuts or that catches my attention in what you say, I'll come on here and I'll dissect it as usual. And also expect long form videos in the week. My wish list for Miss Universe. Sorry, why am I saying Miss Universe? My wish list for Miss World Nigeria. Okay, it's coming up this week, and there's some other content as well. Okay, any news that comes up, you guys know that I would always schedule live streams for us to discuss it. Okay. So that's it for today. Thank you all for joining me, Mr. Xavier. Thank you so much for being here and staying put to the end. Thank you so much. And say have a blessed evening and regards to your family. And you too, sir. Thank you so much and have a blessed evening as well. Thank you for the comment. Thank you for the engagement. I really, really appreciate you, Mr. Xavier. Thank you so much. And I'll see you all in my next live stream coming up very soon. Okay, so just speak my video. And please, when you do the live stream, like this video, please like the live stream. Okay, and I'll see you all very soon. Good night. Bye.